Avengers Assemble! Wait, I did this joke last week. Anyways, welcome to the 8th episode of Writer's Block, the show where I talk about a particular comic book series that was written by a particular creator. And today I'll be talking about The Avengers by Geoff Johns. Yes, Geoff Johns, the guy who currently runs DC Entertainment. Back in his days when he was starting out writing comics, he actually did write for Marvel for a run of The Avengers. So let's get started with the high points. Now, if this is your first episode watching this show, the high points is just where I give like a brief little rundown of what took place during this run, and I do try to keep spoilers to a minimum, so let's get started. In the first story arc, all the capital cities on the world get trapped in black holes. They are missing, and with these large gaps in worldwide leadership, the UN decides to grant the Avengers emergency powers to help maintain order throughout the Earth. After the cities are returned, the Avengers are appointed their own sovereign nation, and Henry Peter Gyrich is appointed as the Avengers diplomatic liaison. Next, we get another story arc known as Red Zone, where a mysterious red airborne virus is released over Mount Rushmore. And as the Avengers work to find a cure, they also discover the virus's origins are part of a government project, and the mastermind is the same person who has been blackmailing Henry Peter Gyrich into give for information about the Avengers base, the security of the base, and as well as information about the team members. Also, during the story arc, She-Hulk's suit is torn, and when she needs help, Jack of Hearts tries to heal her, but unfortunately, he ends up altering her gamma levels, and that causes her to go savage like the regular Hulk. Later, the Avengers and the Hulk find She-Hulk, and Jack of Hearts is able to use his powers to help return her to normal. In the final issue of this run, Ant-Man and Jack of Hearts rescue Cassie Lang from a child murderer, and Jack takes the murderer into space with him before he explodes due to the nature of his powers. Yeah, like I said, this run, not exactly as thick as all the other episodes I've done. What did I like about this run? Well, Geoff Johns is good at characterization. This is especially seen in one issue where we get where the spotlight is on both Ant-Man and Jack of Hearts, and they both have their own stories going on. Ant-Man is has to deal with the custody battle for his daughter, and Jack of Hearts is dealing with feelings of isolation because his powers are sort of unstable. And in order to stabilize them, he has to remain locked in a chamber that helps stabilize it for 14 hours a day. And also when introduced to each other, Jack and Ant-Man, they do not get along at all, but in this issue you kind of start to see how similar they really are to each other, and it's really impressive. And and of course they didn't get along. By the end of the run, Ant-Man is really grateful for Jack's sacrifice. Also, we do get another spotlight issue that's devoted to Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. When Hank does propose to Janet a second time, and she says no. Also, my favorite story in this run was definitely Red Zone because of its choice of antagonist. I don't want to reveal who it is just yet, and it did offer some redemption to some characters, particularly Black Panther and Iron Man. Because prior to this run, during the current Black Panther series at the time revealed that T'Challa initially joined the Avengers in order to spy on them Unfortunately, and when the other Avengers found out, some of them weren't too kind and they didn't trust Black Panther after that, especially Iron Man. I mean, at the beginning of this run, we do kind of see Iron Man still angry at T'Challa over this, but by the end of Red Zone, they learn to trust each other again, and Iron Man asks T'Challa if he wants to form a partnership between Stark Industries and Wakanda scientists. Also, the character Henry Peter Gyrich. When Henry Peter Gyrich was brought into the title, but way before John's run, he was basically the government stick in the mud that just was pretty much like the worst. However, now Gyrich started to earn some favor with Captain Falcon when he helped them stay informed while he was being blackmailed by the villain of Red Zone. Again, I'm trying to really keep that a secret. Overall, really, this isn't. I really wouldn't call this the best Avengers run, but there are a lot of cool and interesting, fun things about it, which is great. And I think that also, I think if you're looking for some good Avengers comics to read, if you just have an afternoon off, then this is definitely something you should check out. Okay, now you probably want to know where you can find these issues. Well, good news is they are available in 2 trade paperbacks under the title Avengers, the complete collection by Geoff Johns. Yeah, only 2. Again, like I said earlier, this is the lightest amount of reading I did for this entire series. But yeah, they're also available digitally. If you don't want to get them digitally, if you want to get them print, you can just go on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or eBay, and I'm pretty sure you can find a good deal for them. Okay, thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying Writer's Block. If you want me to do more, I do want to do another series of episodes. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. And we've talked about Marvel's premier superhero team. Next week, I will talk about DC's premier superhero team. So stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.